Oh, he's coming. He's along
Now they
for the
can
ride.
see in every direction. It's a good one.
Ah, touche. Yeah.
Probably more of an emotional support pug. I don't think they even is there even a pretense that pugs are for anything? Because some of the fucked up looking dogs, they're like, yeah, but this thing like kills badgers like you wouldn't believe. But a pug is like, it's slower than every other animal I can think of that's smaller than a dog and would
They
need
seem
killing.
fragile. They're really heavy with legs that don't work well. Like that. Not that I'm in the practice of throwing dogs, but I feel like if I were to drop a terrier from 18 inches, it would be okay. But a pug needs to be placed gently.
Yeah, I totally feel that. You feel like everything could just come apart on it, like it's made of spare parts.
And a cat,
Try to find what
they
you're
jump off the
supposed to
roof.
look like.
Yeah,
it's a whole nother level.
Cats can do their own thing. They don't.
There's
need
this
guns.
movement to reverse them back to the way the breed looked in like the 1800s. It's more bulldoggy and more sporting. Like its nose is more forward. It's not smushed, and it has more of a mini boxer bulldog kind of look, like a little guy, but still like he go beat up a rat or something, which is probably what he should be doing instead of. Sorry, I heard like a weird siren outside my house. Not for me, don't worry.
No, you're above board.
It was like hauga, hauga, hauga. It's like, what the fuck was that? Do you hear gunshots at y'all's houses? Like, is that a thing y'all hear regularly?
Yeah, but it's
Never.
like hunters.
Yeah, I've
you
never
hear, like,
heard a
one or
gunshot
two.
from my house.
All the time. They like all the time. And I don't know if it's celebratory or antagonistic. Because sometimes you hear it and it's like bow 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 bow. It's like that could go either way.
Yeah,
Either somebody's really happy or really mad.
I think there's a guy like 2 lots away that has 144 acres, and it's my suspicion that hunters pay him to hunt there.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
well, that checks out. Do you hear scary gun noises at your house in LA, Dick?
Yeah, we have kind of the same thing where we don't know if it's celebratory or if the Dollar Tree's getting robbed again. Or it could be a car backfiring. I don't know. It depends if there's like a delay, and if a helicopter shows up like in about 20 seconds, then it was a gunshot. But if not, then we got a lot of homeless fires recently too. They figured out that they can just light things on fire, and there's nothing we can do about it.
We kept that technology from them for so long.
Yeah, somebody blabbed or somebody.
Homeless
still
is
don't
a
have pottery.
huge problem, and I don't have even the start of a solution.
Of homeless?
Yeah.
Let's get those asylums open again.
Yeah, we need
in
like
some
a special
cases,
prison
yes.
for them.
In some cases, yes. I think there are a couple people just like what percentage of it is drug users and like urban campers?
100% is drug use. They are blasted out of like zombies.
Well, some of them seem, maybe I can't tell the difference between blasted like zombies and crazy, but some seemed crazy in California when I was there. Like this poor person was just born with a defective brain and needs to be institutionalized.
Remember that black lady we saw shit on the wall?
No, but I don't. I like, yeah, a little. I'm not sure.
I could have sworn you were right next to me. It might have been.
Probably was.
It might have been Hex or somebody, but like, they had pushed all the homeless out of LA for like E3. Like they had put up barriers and stuff and made it look clean for all the international visitors and everybody was coming into town. And they told us this, but this black lady had shown up at our nice hotel and she was leaned against the wall. And the black lady who worked at the hotel was like, "You get on out of here. You know you can't be." And the lady was like, "You Uncle Tom, bitch." And then like she went back in to call the cops on her or something. And this lady like leaning back against the wall, just shit down it, like pants down, pressed her ass against the wall and bent, and then shat onto / down the wall and like left. And it was like 30
No wipe.
I don't remember.
The wall was for Taylor. Don't be an animal.
She did like that bear thing when they're
like an expert water stealer, Like, well done.
And that was one of my first, because like from where I'm from, we don't have homeless. Like when you're in the country, there are poor people, but they figure something out. Like there are no homeless in my small town. Like
It's so
just
bad
horrible.
here, man. We had like they're building their own little civilizations that run on like fentanyl and diarrhea. Like they've got little towns. The schizophreniacs. I do wish we had like a, Woody, like you're saying, like a place to put them. And we've got all these we've got like little tiny homes for the homeless off the freeway. But the problem is, to get in them, the homeless have to give up all their shit, which is they have to give up all their shit, and there's no drugs. So in order to utilize these little villas that we spent probably $900 trillion to make, they have to commit to having they need their stuff. Like none of us, I wouldn't give up my stuff to go, live in a free house. And they get kicked out if they do any drugs, which nobody on earth can do. Definitely not a homeless drug addict. So it's like, yeah, guys, this isn't really a good system. Like you're either going to have to put all their homeless crap in storage, or you're going to have to let them do a little bit of drugs in this little prison, in this little like voluntary prison that you made for them, which would be great.
What the logic is behind taking all their worldly possessions away? Like make that make sense.
Because they have like an entire house of trash that we would have to store somewhere. Like these guys are, dude, they're taking over we'll have the 10 freeway. The underpass is like full from floor to ceiling of homeless people's fucking garbage. Like an episode of Hoarders, 9 different tents for one guy, multiple shopping carts, like bags of dog food, dead cats, half of IKEA is just crammed in there. I think logistically it would be just impossible to store it all somewhere, especially in LA.
Yeah, I don't know. I wanted it to be like a mean episode of Hoarders where they're like, this has no value, this has no value, this has no value. You can keep this.
I've
so
seen that
satisfying.
There's a cop
every
video
once in a while they'll send out.
You go.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
There's a cop video where this lady was tired of the hobos living under the bridge next to her house. So she just went down there while they weren't looking and soaked all their shit in gasoline and lit it on fire. Their tent, their chairs, all their belongings, like everything. And the cops show up and she's like, yeah, I done it. You can't just burn people's things. I done it.
Dude, every once in a while they'll have like cleaning house day, and we'll be driving somewhere and you can see there's like 9 cops and like 20 social workers and some fucking Caltrans guy on a bulldozer, and you're like, fuck yeah, dude, it's cleanup day today. And then you'll come back wiped out, an entire section of the park just dug up because they had to put it somewhere.
That happens here too. There's on certain exit ramps, they set up these little homeless camps where it's not really seen. They're deep enough in the woods that they're not bothering anyone really. And but then it grows to the point where it is seen, and then suddenly there's 4 ginormous dumpsters on the side of the road. They get filled up and everybody's gone. It happens every year and a half or so.
I don't know what the answer is. We've got plenty of land in New Mexico and Arizona and out of the way places like that where you could just set them up some kind of a fucking hobo city trailer park. But I don't know. It's just a wound that's going to fester until you start dragging them out of their hovels and scrubbing them real good and like putting them in a drug program forcibly, right? Like that's it's mental illness and drug use. Those are the 2 foundations of homelessness. It's not, look, there's some dudes out there who just like, the man doesn't own a piece of me. This is my world. It's free to live in. Leave that dude alone. Like if he sleeps in his truck at Walmart, actually nobody bothers those guys anyway.
Yeah, he's
Walmart
not
has
on the
like
sidewalk on Skid Row.
Walmart like allows anybody to sleep in their parking lot. I think it's a policy that they have that's like pro sleeping in our parking lot.
I'm familiar with that policy too. Yeah, I have a little trailer I pull every once in a blue moon for my paramotor vacations and stuff. And Walmart wants you to sleep there. They must think it's good business.
Yeah, and they understand that there's lots of legitimate reasons to need to sleep in your car. Like I've been traveling before and just wanted that 2-hour nap, 3-hour nap to power through and get home. It's like, I really don't want to stop and get a hotel, but also don't want to be like that statistic cop video where it's like tap, tap, tap. What do you sleep in the car for? You got any drugs on you? What are you doing here? You any guns on you? Like leave me alone. I'm just sleepy.
I think the lowest level of Planet Fitness membership is like $8 a month. Don't quote me on that. But like Walmart parking lots and Planet Fitness for the showers is the van lifers. Everybody knows this.
They're often attached too. Same little shopping center. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, you could absolutely make your way in the US like doing that, and like
those people are just free spirits, right? They're not the people we're talking about pooping on the side of the road in San Francisco or whatever,
taking their clothes off, screaming. Yeah.
Do homeless people ever make you feel endangered, Dick?
Oh, constantly. They're
really,
like,
because I don't, but tell me more.
They're everywhere here, and if my wife's going, she leaves to go to work at like 6 a.m, goes to exercise before, goes to Pilates. There's always some fucking homeless guy lurking around, getting in between where you're going in the door, doing some shady shit. At some point, I used to have encounters with the homeless that were just innocuous, but I don't think that's happened in maybe 5 years, since probably COVID, when everything in LA went to shit. They're all menacing now.
You're all a healthy man with boxing experience. The homeless in my area are underfed 20-year-olds. I feel like I could grab them by the neck like an 8th grader and just be like, "What are you doing?" Push them.
I'll get hepatitis if I touch these motherfuckers.
I swear to God, yes.
I'm listening. Yeah, man, I'm probably naive.
I don't want to. I'll get a disease.
That homeless Indian that stole that shit in my truck that time, and I chased down. When we finally faced off with him, nobody wanted to hit him because he looked so dirty. Like we're mad at you. We want to whoop your ass, but you're so ugly and nasty looking. I don't want to touch you. Like, that's how dirty he looked. I was afraid to punch him because if I put my knuckles on his teeth, I was going to get something. Yeah.
They look like that oldest dog. Like the.
That's what I was going to say. Yes, he looks like a dog you see where you're like, ooh, he's got something.
Yeah, mange.
He's got fucking this guy had kennel cough. I wasn't about to hit him. I would hate to have to face off with a hobo, because not only do you have to hope that you whoop his ass, and you might not, he might stab you, cut you, prick you with some AIDS fucking needle. I don't know. Yeah. They keep those handy. Every one of them has an AIDS needle they keep just in case.
Sticky.
Have you ever seen
he's been stuck before.
Drones?
Say that again.
What?
Bums and drones. Have you seen that?
No. What is this? Is this a YouTube
dude
thing?
That terrorizes bums with drones? Like, he's got cameras on the drone, and then he plays like Cotton Eye Joe remixes, like music like that, and he flies his drone around the bum encampments and just like buzzes them, like and pisses them off, and then every single bum like grabs their shit and tries to take the drone out. So it becomes like a game. It's really funny.
Yeah, but do they get it?
Sometimes, yeah. They'll shoot at it too. Like I don't know why to do crimes. That's why the homeless have guns. But
oh damn,
they'll pull out all the stops to get.
I feel like if you gave me 4 cans of soup, there's a decent chance I could get a drone if it was pestering me. Right, not a flyby.
No way, dude.
I'm not the sharpshooter.
Ukraine. What are you? I'm telling you, that thing's gonna be zipping around. It's up there high. Look,
no. This is one that's torturing me, right? Like coming down.
Yeah, he goes and taunts them and gets close.
I'm watching the video, and like the one guy looks like a primitive with a club. He's like jumping up and down and smacking the ground with his club, like like a display from an animal. This is great.
Yeah, what are we doing
this video too? This one's too high. I couldn't do it.
But you could play like that you're not annoyed, and then the guy will bring the drone closer, and that's when you snap and spring your plan into action. You
know those park benches that are made out of like wide 3 or 4 inch strips of wrought iron, like with a gap in between them.
Yeah.
I saw a cop video the other day. They got called out because there was a guy sitting on the bench and he had shat through the gap. He was just actively shitting using the bench like a toilet. but the shit has to squeeze between the gaps. So it's created the most disgusting like stalactite under his asshole.
Oh.
And they're like, hey, how's it going today? He's like, not too bad.
Same old.
They have to explain to him, we're here because you've shit yourself and it's become a health hazard. They have to put out the crime tape around his area and bring in a special cleaning crew. Like, it's so embarrassing. Like, when he gets up, he pulls his pants up over the shit. Like, he doesn't wipe.
Was he embarrassed or was he crazy?
He was obese. He was maybe 450 pounds and didn't give a fuck. He's like, oh, that shit, it happens.
450 pounds.
At first, he was in denial. At first, they're like, that wasn't me. Like, sir.
It's hanging out of your ass, sir.
Did the shit jump off the ground and stuck to you? Or like, how did that happen? Because there's shit actively coming out of you and they're looking at it. Wasn't me.
Was he homeless? Confirmed?
I don't know.
Homeless and 450 pounds. Seems tough to swing. Like you would need to have enough money to get that fat and to afford the drugs. Like,
well, the food banks are full of shit. The food banks have all this like crappy food from Trader Joe's and stuff around here. I went to one thinking it would be like free food. It was a huge pain in the ass, but they're eating good.
Did you see this clip? There was this. I mentioned it on the show a while back, but it was so funny to me. But, it was this like Indian guy who like posted a TikTok video or something about like a life hack. And he's like, guys, just public service. You do not actually need to buy food at grocery store. You can go to any church and then they let you walk around and fill your cart and it is all free. And all the responses were like, you fucking piece of shit. You're just like, but he posted it as if like, hey guys, life hack. You just go take food from the needy at church. Yeah, people were not stoked on him.
It's nothing but green beans anyway.
It's mostly green beans and corn.
Yeah,
I would guess.
I go pick through there every Saturday. Mostly green beans.
You go pick through? No, you don't.
Yeah, you find some good stuff.
A little diamond in the rough.
Yeah, some video games slipped in there, shit like that for the kids. They don't have systems. What are you talking about? Snatch those.
I don't think those homeless are eating a lot of like canned corn. Like,
if I was homeless, I would be.
You offered some of the homeless people I used to live around in the city here, like they'd like look at you like with personal offense at like if you offered to buy them food.
Oh, for sure.
Were you ever intimidated or scared by the homeless people?
Not that they were like coming after me, but there would be people acting erratically enough that it's like there's no way for me to predict what this person's going to do. I need to cross the street. I just need to get away from this person. Because I could be the idiot who's like, "Ooh, I'm just gonna walk right next to him," and he's like, "Ka-chow!" stabs me in the neck, and now I'm bleeding out because I'm a retard who didn't get away from the erratic, shirtless, homeless man in St. Louis in December, like that. And then there were other ones. The little crippled guy, or he wasn't really crippled. He was kind of some sort of a dwarf, and he didn't very odd limb and head percentages, not like a Dinklage, very odd looking dwarf. I wasn't afraid of him.
Mr. Tough Guy.
But he was out there surviving, and so who knows what he was doing.
You hate the guy who acts like he's not scared of anything?
Yeah, I wasn't scared of that guy. I was scared of the guy who would like jabber in the alleyway near my apartment. Like he was just jabbering to himself 200 yards at a time.